The rise of the machines has begun, although it's a little bit different. Unlike the fires of Judgment Day that Hollywood promised us, it's turned into more suddenly like the fires of the pink slip that have been affecting nearly every single industry for the past 20 plus years at this point, leaving Hollywood really the only industry that hasn't really been massively affected by AI until now. You see, last year, SAG-AFTRA and all the other Hollywood guilds were arguing with Hollywood producers, Hollywood studios about getting rid of AI from the creative process. Now, they were successful on two of the three fronts, and that was the Actors Guild and the Storywriters Guild. Both of them were able to shut down AI for at least a little while, whereas the Animators Guild, they're just out of luck. It hasn't completely blown wide open in the Animators Guild, but that is where AI is going to be used directly for at least the time being. And really, if you think about it, it's just going to build up its repertoire, it's going to get better, and then eventually in the next 2 years when these contracts come again, when the guild and the producers have to come back together to re-sign another deal, I highly doubt we're not going to see some form of AI being introduced for script writing, for actors. We've seen it all over the place on the internet where the AI images are becoming really good. Like, you used to couldn't find an AI image that didn't have the 6 fingers, 5 eyes, just wacky stuff going all over the place. And now, this time of age, it's turning out pretty good, my man. Like, with a couple prompts, you're awesome. You're off to the horses. Now, some people criticize it, and rightfully so, that AI isn't really an art form. It's just lazy script writing that you get some kind of image out of, you get some kind of product, but at the end of the day, it is just slop. And I actually 100% agree with that sentiment if you are a layman like me who's just entering in words into a system and gets a randomly generated image. And yes, I agree, that is AI slop. But where I disagree with this is that AI slop turns into actual useful AI when you put it in the hands of a creative person who's able to mold it into their image, who's able to take a drawing that they came up with, train the AI on it, and have the AI make the image move in several different ways that originally the person who animated it didn't intend it to move initially. Now you can see different possibilities without having to put all that much work into it. It's phenomenal technology that I really think is coming for Hollywood. And here is the issue with that, is that Hollywood's bloat is insane. Like, look at California. The price down there is enormous. Like, you couldn't even live there. That's another part that's going against the studios. Another reason why they're going towards the AI is that it's a cost cutting measure. Like, at the end of the day, that's all AI is to the studios in Hollywood. It's like, how can we get this work done cheaper for quicker time and get more people interested in what we're doing? AI. That's a new thing that's hot right now. That's what we can do. That's what's going to get people in the door. And I think they're not wrong about that, but they're not going to be the ones who benefit from it. Wait, what do you mean? The issue with the massive studios adopting AI and trying to incorporate that into the system is that it doesn't really have the benefits of what the Hollywood system would be. The Hollywood system is a massive industry with tons and tons of people always giving their opinions, always writing it. And that, in a sense, can be sometimes good, but as we've seen nowadays, a lot of the slop coming from Hollywood has just been horrendous, and AI slop is probably just going to be just as bad. No, the real people, the real entrepreneurs of this are going to be the independent people. People like George Lucas back in the day when he made his Star Wars, who was independent of the studio system. That is who AI is going to be really useful for. It's going to be phenomenal for script writers, phenomenal for comic book writers, and phenomenal for painters. Yes, I know you'll find a lot of artists who absolutely detest AI out there, but I really do think that this is the tool of the future. Heck, let's just go all the way back in time to the first painters on the cave walls. The stonemen probably thought you were insane for wanting to paint on parchment versus painting on the stone wall, and then you would go from the parchment to creating digital to what we have now with AI. Yes, I jumped a whole bunch of art history there because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know that history very well, but it's steadily progressed and changed over time with the tools, different techniques, different skills, and that's really all that's different with AI is that, yes, a layman who makes something, it's just slop. It's just garbage. Like, it may be pretty garbage, it may be nice garbage, but it still is garbage. It goes from garbage from layman like me to someone who's more skilled with an actual artist who can use the AI to its fullest potential, and we haven't yet seen this. We are at the dawn of the AI age of creativity, and it's very exciting. Now, we'll have some people who are out there scared about AI, but I really don't see why we should be too concerned about it, because I don't think generative AI or general intelligence isn't going to ever be a thing. It's just an impromptu system. You put your prompts in and you get a result. I think honestly that's all it's ever going to be. It's going to be a soulless system that we are putting information in and getting a result that we like, and we can tweak and turn and get something even better. Now, I have listened to several AI story writings on YouTube, and they're fun, but you can obviously tell them by AI by the story beats, the wording that's used, the sloppy writing. I don't want to put that on like the actual authors, because I feel like if it was a normal human, they wouldn't make as many mistakes as these stories do, but it still is engaging. That's the thing. I found these stories on YouTube more engaging than most of the Hollywood slop that we have out there nowadays. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just too accepting as AI as being a creative medium, and maybe I'm willing to look past some of the mistakes that AI is making. But I think that it has a real possibility to change the entire system. So probably next 10 years, I see a lot of studios, A, moving out of Hollywood, B, crumbling to dust, and C, I see a lot of independent people around the world rising up using the power of AI to create their image in their minds on the screens and really making no need for Hollywood. Now, Hollywood's not going to die. Make no mistake about it. When everyone says there's a COD killer or a WoW killer or a Hollywood killer, there's no such thing, okay? What happens is that these things will degrade over time, and maybe they'll disappear. But there's nothing going to be one thing that's going to kill it. And I think Hollywood will always remain as a center of culture, but a diminished one. And we'll see if it's able to hold on to its presence as it diminishes, or if it's just going to outright lose everything. I'm curious to see what you guys think about AI, about who's going to use AI, who is going to really be the beneficiaries ones, and do you think the studios are actually going to have a real great grasp on it and actually be able to take it all away? I highly doubt that myself, but I'm curious to hear what you guys say. And is this the death of Hollywood? Please let me know. Your comments down below. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you want to subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Take care now. Bye.